Hello, it is Mr. Ranieri here. Let's learn about processes. Well, what are processes? A process is a running program, an instance of a running program or a command. For example, if I were to run nano, oh, I've just launched a process of nano. Sometimes it is useful to be able to see all of the processes that are running on your computer. Maybe one of them is making it run slow, or maybe one of them needs to go. To do that, I can type PS, process status, and that lists the processes that are running. In this case, the processes that are just running within this terminal session. You can see I'm running bash 3 times. I'm running bash, and of course, while this PS command was running, one of the commands running on the computer would have been PS, so it lists itself. There are actually more commands than this that are running right now, and I want to list the ones that are not just running in this particular terminal session, because secretly, I've got some other commands that are running in the background on the same computer. So let's run PS, and there are lots of different arguments that you can give to PS, lots of different inputs, different parameters. When I say arguments, that's what I mean. You can see them all by typing man for the manual page, PS, and that has lots of instructions of all the different things you can do with PS. Very versatile. But the one that I like, that I can memorize, is PS fax, F-A-X. And that lists all of the processes running on your computer in this handy tree format. So let's go through and have a look at the different processes that are running. I can see that I've got an SSH server running here. SSH is what lets me remotely access this computer. And I've connected to it once, twice, 3 times. Every time you connect to SSH server, it makes a new SSHD process. In this one, I was running bash, and then bash launched the command called PS fax. You might be wondering what bash is. Bash is what I am using right now to run commands. It's an example of a shell. A shell is a way of running commands, typing commands. So I'm running bash right now. And what else? So I've got this other one running a command, and another one here. One of those things is making this virtual machine run slowly, making this computer run slowly. But which one? It's hard to tell. Well, what I could do is I could run a command called top, and that lists the top commands on your computer. Sorry, the top processes, the ones that are using the top amount of CPU. So what have we got? We've got a few commands here. This one is being run by me because I'm the user Pi. These ones are being run by the super user, the admin user. That's called root. Root is the admin user. Some more by me, Pi. I can see that this command, it's using 40% of my CPU. The CPU is the thinking part of the computer. So that's using 40% of the total computational power of the computer. That's how many calculations it's doing. It's not using much memory. It's not using much RAM. So it's not actually storing much information temporarily in the computer's memory, but it is using a lot of CPU, a lot of compute. If I go up here, I can see how much usage there is. And probably for me, the one that I normally look at is the idle amount of CPU usage. And I can see that it's 80% idle. So it's 20% busy and 80% idle. You might, by the way, just as a side note, be a little bit puzzled as to why this is 40%. If I just said it's 20% busy, the reason that won't add up is because there's more than one CPU core. So that's why you might notice a difference between those things, in case you're wondering about that. What else can I get from top? Well, I can notice how much memory there is on this computer, and I can see that this is the amount of kilobytes of memory. This would be 8 kilobytes. This is the thousands of kilobytes, and this is the billions of kilobytes. So this would be megabytes, and this would be gigabytes. So I've got just about 2 gigabytes of RAM, of memory. And 193 megabytes of that is free, is available. Well, what did I come here to do? Oh yeah, to figure out what was making my computer run so slowly and get rid of it. It looks like it's this one, this command called burn P6, which is process number 749. I'll do Control C to get out of top. Control C will close pretty much any program in the command line. PS fax will help me find that 749 process, which is right here. So on some other window, I had sshDin. I'd run bash, that runs automatically, and that's what gives me this interface here that lets me type commands. And then I was running burn P6. If you're wondering where that is, woo, see, I sshDin and I ran that command. If I now go here, I can type in kill. That's how you can kill a process, terminate a process, stop it from running. And I could either kill this particular one, or the parent, or even this one here. As an example, maybe I'll kill 182, and that will terminate this process and any of the ones that it created. So it will terminate both of those. If I press enter and run this again, I can see, oh, looks like it's still running. Maybe I'll try killing this one directly. Kill 749. Let's see if that worked. Ha! Now I can't do it again. It has an error. And if I press up to get back to this command, there we go. It's gone. And if I go back to top, we'll check that it's not running anymore. Good. Now my computer is 99.7% idle. That's great. And sure enough, this command was terminated. I hope that's been helpful, and have fun with the challenges. Ask me any questions if you've got them. See you, everyone.